Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Allison Jopik, and today I will be teaching you about the geography of America's places and regions. Okay, so America is broken down into 8 different regions. The picture on the left shows all 8 regions, but we are just going to focus on the East, Central, West, and the Alaska and Pacific Islands. Today, in this subject of geography, we'll be focusing on landforms and vegetation of the regions. Starting off with the eastern region. The landforms mainly consist of mountains, waterfalls, rivers, lakes, swampy areas, and a lot of forests. Niagara Falls, shown to the right, is one of the many waterfalls in the east. There are also about 10,000 lakes and 15,000 streams and rivers located throughout the eastern region. Another example of landforms are the Appalachian Mountains, the Mississippi River, and the Everglades located in Florida. Next we have the central regional landforms. The central region mainly has a lot of open land and mountains. Examples of what you could find in the central region are the Great Plains, the Missouri River. The western regions mostly contain large forests, national parks, and mountains. Examples of what landforms exist in the west are Yellowstone National Park and the Yosemite National Park, Death Valley, which is located in California, the Rocky Mountains, which is shown to the right, and the Great Salt Lake, which is in Utah. A more famous landform is located in California and is called the San Andreas Fault Line, which causes earthquakes from time to time. Since Alaska and the Pacific Islands don't fit into the categories, they are combined into one since they both exist outside of America but are still considered a part of America. Hawaii consists of the tropics, ocean, and volcanoes, while Alaska has mountain ranges and occasional forests. Hawaii has multiple volcanoes. These volcanoes once erupted a long time ago, and the lava from them created Hawaii and its other smaller islands. Mount Walahili, Diamond Head, Mauna Loa and Kea, and Kalenania are examples of the volcanoes. Shown to the left is a picture of the volcano Diamond Head. In Alaska, they have an Arctic National Wildlife Refuge, along with occasional brooks and mountain ranges. Now that we have covered the 4 regions' landforms, we shall move into the vegetation. The vegetation in the eastern region mainly consists of ambrosia, which is like a ragweed, and then there are forests. In the east, it is very common to find apple and cherry trees, and also weeping willows. Located in the east are the oak and heath tree forests, northeastern coastal forests, the New England and Acadian forests, the Allegheny Highland forests, and the Carolinian forests. The central region mainly consists of ambrosia, Great Plains, and many trees like Kentucky coffee, cottonwood, dogwood, buckeye, American elm, honey locust, and maple trees. In the west region, there are trees and lots of them. The Yellowstone National Park, as mentioned previously, is a preserved area of forests for wildlife. The west also contains the redwood forest, which are the largest trees that are alive and still growing. The juniper trees and ragweed ambrosia also exist in the west as well. And for our final slide on regional vegetation is about the Alaska and Pacific Islands. Alaska contains rainforests, cypress trees, and ambrosia. Also, since parts of Alaska are snowy, there is vegetation that grows there, even in the cold. Hawaii's vegetation mainly contains palm trees, coconut trees, and thick forest vegetation. Now this is the slide where we compare the regions with landforms and vegetation. Landforms are rather easy since most of America is mountains and rivers, with the exceptional plains or flat ground. With vegetation, America is filled with forests and plant life. Now we are moving on to the geography of the two states. In the next 4 slides, we will be discussing the human and physical characteristics of Michigan and Maryland. Starting off with Michigan, we have our 5 Great Lakes. These are Lake Huron, Lake Ontario, Lake Michigan, Lake Erie, and Lake Superior. It might be easier for you to remember these lakes by the abbreviation HOMES, Holmes. The capital is Lansing, not Detroit. Detroit is the largest manufacturer in America. Our state symbols are the bird, which is the robin. Our stone is the Petoskey stone. Our tree is the white pine. Our animal is the white-tailed deer. And the flower is the apple blossom tree. Also, the Upper and Lower Peninsula is connected by the Mackinac Bridge. Next, we have Maryland. The capital of Maryland is Annapolis. Maryland houses the nation's capital, Washington, D.C., and this is where the president lives. Maryland's state symbols are the bird, which is the Baltimore Oriole, the flower, which is the black-eyed Susan, the insect, which is the Baltimore checkered spot butterfly, and the tree, which is the white oak, and the animal, which is the Chesapeake Bay retriever. The human characteristics of Michigan are that there are a variety of different ethnicities living throughout Michigan, which means that Michigan is very diverse. Jobs include engineering, teaching, and farming. Political views are scattered about, but about 57% are Democratic, while about 41% of the population is Republican. Human characteristics of Maryland is very diverse with the ethnicity as well as Michigan. Political views are scattered as well but about 62% are Democratic and the population remaining 37% are Republican viewed. Jobs include farming, steel production, and fishing. For the final slide, we have the physical characteristics of Michigan and Maryland. In Michigan, there are 38 counties, about 200 waterfalls, the Sleeping Bear Dunes National Lakeshore Park, mineral production of limestone, iron, copper, gypsum, and oil. And the Lower Peninsula is in the shape of a mitten, which is a unique feature towards the state compared to all the other states of America. In Maryland, there are 40 state parks, 24 counties, and the soil is very sandy and muddy, and it's the 8th smallest state. And that is all that you are learning for today, so have a nice day.